Looking for hair removal tools that not only deliver smooth results, but also empower you with a sense of complete control? Enter Conair Girl Bomb, your secret weapons for smooth, sleek results, made just for women. From the ultimate Girl Bomb grip and professional-grade blades, you don't have to compromise and settle for less. Conair Girl Bomb equips you with the precision and power previously reserved for men's grooming tools. So take your hair removal routine to the next level with Conair Girl Bomb. Available at ConairGirlBomb.com or a retailer near you.
Residents at Brightview Senior Living Communities enjoy enhanced possibilities, independence, and choice. Brightview Dulles Corner in Herndon and Brightview, Great Falls, offer vibrant senior independent living, assisted living, and memory care services through various daily programs and cultural events. Chef-prepared meals, safety and security, transportation, resort-style amenities, and high-quality care. Everything you need is here. Discover more at brightviewseniorliving.com. Equal housing opportunity.
Does money stress you out? Let Facet flip your financial chaos into clarity.
We feel way more confident and secure in our finances, and with that comes a sense of freedom.
Financial planning from Facet is here to help you improve your life today, tomorrow, and every day after that.
Facet was really the place where we saw all of the tools and the people coming together.
Visit Facet.com, FACET.com to learn more. This ad is sponsored by Facet. Facet Wealth is an SEC-registered investment advisor. This is not an offer to buy or sell securities, nor is it investment, legal, or tax advice. These testimonials are from current Facet members who are not compensated. All opinions are their own and not a guarantee of a similar outcome.
You don't just live in your home, you live in your neighborhood as well. So when you're shopping for a home, you want to know as much about the area around it as possible. Luckily, Homes.com has got you covered. Each listing features a comprehensive neighborhood guide from local experts. Everything you'd ever want to know about a neighborhood, including the number of homes for sale, transportation, local amenities, cultural attractions, unique qualities, and even things like median lot size and a noise score. Homes.com. We've done your homework.
Hello. From Wonder Media Network, I'm Jenny Kaplan, and this is Womanica. This month, we're talking about workers, women who fought for labor rights and shaped the way we do business today. They advocated and innovated to make the office, wherever it is, a more equitable place. Today, we're talking about a Japanese feminist who used her literary prowess and collective action to bring about social reform. Let's talk about Hiratsuka Raichō. Hiratsuka Raichō was born Hiratsuka Haru in 1886 in Tokyo, the second daughter of a civil servant and his wife. Haru was born a tomboy. She was competitive and strong-willed. Her mother spent hours trying to tame Haru's hair, oiling and brushing it into submission. It was an era where femininity and submission were prized. Haru just didn't fit in. In 1899, when she was 14 years old, Japan passed the Girls' High School Order. It established high schools for girls across the country, which, on the surface, sounds great. But the order also said that the purpose of these schools was quite simple: to grow good wives and wise mothers. Haru hated high school. She excelled academically, but she ditched class whenever she could, especially when the class focused on traditional feminine virtues. At the beginning of morals class, she would calmly stand up and walk right out of the room, and the school building entirely. Her mother never asked any questions about why she was coming home early. But college, that was different. It was a place for Haru to explore her newfound interests in religion, ethics, and philosophy. At the recently opened Japan Women's College, Haru became obsessed with Zen Buddhism and European novels. Meanwhile, Japan was in the midst of modernization. Women's education was on the rise. Middle-class women were entering the workforce. But there were still lots of inequities. A woman couldn't enter into a legal contract without her husband's permission. If he died, she couldn't get access to his estate. And it was a crime for a woman to commit adultery, while for men, there were no legal repercussions. At the time, Haru was more concerned with cultivating her own inner world. She graduated from college in 1906 when she was 20 years old, and continued living at home. She read books, got deeper into her Zen practice. In 1907, she joined a women's literary group. And a year later, in 1908, her world turned upside down. Haru became involved with one of the group's lecturers, Morita Sohei. Morita was married, but he and Haru became romantically involved and decided on a pact. They'd hike into the mountains and take their own lives together. But things didn't go exactly as planned. Police learned of their plot, and they were found alive. Newspapers reported all the salacious details. The event sent shockwaves through society. It didn't help that Morita wrote a best-selling novel about it. Haru, meanwhile, was left a social pariah, essentially overnight. Her father was pressured to quit his government job, and Haru began to gain her own social consciousness. Haru helped to start a literary magazine called Seito, or Blue Stockings, a reference to a group of women intellectuals from 18th century Europe. Haru also adopted a new pen name, Raichō. It was the name of a bird Haru often saw in the woods, but the name's two characters, translated literally, mean something a little different. Thunderbird. In 1911, the first edition of Seito opened with the now iconic line, "In the beginning, woman was the sun." Haru, now Raichō, called for women to reclaim their self-worth, creativity, and power, and fulfill their potential as humans. In the beginning, woman was the sun, and she could be again. Seito became the first Japanese literary journal in Japan that was by women for women, one that wasn't focused on advice for keeping house and raising families. Seito ended up running for 5 years. Its writers were called the New Women, and they explored issues of gender, sexuality, birth control, sex work, taboo topics. By 1915, Raichō had handed the magazine's reins over to one of her colleagues. Raichō began living with her younger artist lover and had 2 children with him out of wedlock. As she struggled to balance motherhood and work, Raichō became increasingly concerned with social reform. She argued that mothers with young children deserved government aid. Around that time, women were allowed to join a special division of the country's first labor union. Workers had started striking in steel mills and shipyards. Collective action, pushing for higher wages, better working conditions. In 1919, Raichō visited a textile mill and was appalled by what she saw. These mills were a major part of Japan's economy, and they were largely staffed by young rural farm girls, some as young as 10 years old, who'd work late into the night. Young women workers at textile mills made up more than half of the Japanese industrial labor force. Raichō knew things needed to change. She returned to the public eye, ready to once again become a leader in the women's movement. Raichō and 2 other activists established the New Women's Association. Their overarching goal was social reform and bettering the lives of working women. But they knew that in order to do that, they'd need to be able to vote. But before they could vote, they'd need to be allowed to get involved with politics at all. So the organization campaigned to make that possible. They started a journal and published articles about suffrage, and they organized petitions calling for a revision of Article 5 in the Public Order and Police Law, which banned women from even attending political gatherings, let alone participating in them. By 1922, the article had been amended. Raichō spent the rest of her life fighting for women's rights. In 1953, she established the Japan Federation of Women's Organizations and served as its first president. She was the vice president of the Women's International Democratic Federation. And in 1962, she formed the New Japan Women's Association. Hiratsuka Raichō passed away in 1971. She worked until the very end. All month, we're talking about workers. For more information, find us on Facebook and Instagram at Womanica Podcast. Special thanks to Liz Kaplan, my favorite sister and co-creator. Talk to you tomorrow.
Looking for hair removal tools that not only deliver smooth results, but also empower you with a sense of complete control? Enter Conair Girl Bomb, your secret weapons for smooth, sleek results, made just for women. From the ultimate Girl Bomb grip and professional-grade blades, you don't have to compromise and settle for less. Conair Girl Bomb equips you with the precision and power previously reserved for men's grooming tools. So take your hair removal routine to the next level with Conair Girl Bomb. Available at ConairGirlBomb.com or a retailer near you.
Residents at Brightview Senior Living Communities enjoy enhanced possibilities, independence, and choice. Brightview Dulles Corner in Herndon and Brightview, Great Falls, offer vibrant senior independent living, assisted living, and memory care services through various daily programs and cultural events. Chef-prepared meals, safety and security, transportation, resort-style amenities, and high-quality care. Everything you need is here. Discover more at brightviewseniorliving.com. Equal housing opportunity.
Am I doing the right thing with my finances? Am I saving enough? Can I buy a house? Am I paying too much in taxes? Will I be able to retire? Putting a financial plan together feels impossible. What if I told you there was another way? Take Facet's free financial wellness quiz to get your score and a snapshot of your current financial health. Visit Facet.com now and discover your financial wellness score today. That's FACET.com.
This ad is sponsored by Facet. Facet Wealth Incorporated is an SEC registered investment advisor. This is not an offer to buy or sell securities, nor is it investment, legal, or tax advice.
McDonald's presents Burger Reviews by Hamburglar. Today's review, the hotter, juicier classic burgers. Mr. Hamburglar. Robble, robble. He said, of all the McDonald's burgers I've ever hamburgled, these are the hottest, juiciest, and tastiest. Robble.
Hamburglary is on the rise. Get caught with the medium double cheeseburger meal for $6. Price and participation may vary. Promotion pricing may be lower than meal price. Comparison to prior classic burgers.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.